What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. We're a niche channel reserved for the best. It's super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at @6th_element_comics. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What up, y'all? What's good, everybody? Sixth element of hip hop here. I'm your host, Reno Noir. We got a co-host, Stu Dog, in the building. Raw Talk joining us. What up, Slim Jim Longfoot?
Peace.
Yeah.
What up?
Yo, what's going down?
Yeah, y'all. I'm trying to get my
everybody
off right now. There we go. That shit louder than two motherfuckers.
Slim Jim, what up, everybody?
Yes, sir. All right, let's get it in. Let's get it on. Get popping. Let's get it crack-a-lacking. We got unboxings, yes. We got George Lucas's original trilogy, sequel trilogy. Oh man, it's gonna hurt you guys. I'm telling you, you're gonna feel pain. It's gonna suck so bad when you find out how dope the sequel trilogy was supposed to be.
I believe it without even reading it.
Exactly.
Man, it cuts me deep. And then we got the unboxing of the two latest G.I. Joe classified figures on deck. And man, I was about to roll up one of these new. I just got Mike Tyson's blunt wraps.
Oh damn.
You know what I mean? But I just wanted to try it because it says tobacco free, and that's good. You know, I thought maybe it's hemp or something like that, but all I read on here, it says tobacco free, and it says the toad. Well, in this white bar that you can't read because of the lighting in the camera, it says the toad, and that basically is referencing the toad that can be licked for its. You see the toad. They secrete a hallucinogenic chemical off their back, and people found that by licking the back of this toad, they would trip balls, like no other. And you know, they've since taken the chemical off the toad and created it into some ingestible product where you're not actually having to lick a toad. And Mike Tyson's big on it. Like he's big on the toad. Like he fucks with the toad. And
that sounds crazy.
Right. Go Google this shit. Look at fucking videos.
Toads.
Look at videos of motherfuckers licking that toad and taking that toad. I mean, it's scary, bro. It's scary. I don't know why anybody would want to do that to themselves. But I'm not smoking this, dog. What are you talking about? The toad? Why does it say the toad? Am I gonna trip? Like, what's in this shit? Tobacco free. I don't know what's in it, man. I'm not with it.
For aggressive smokers.
Word, I'm not.
Or you can smoke it for scientific reasons, and we can find out some very valuable information that we weren't able to find out otherwise without a good test subject.
Watch.
Yeah,
Watch, you gonna smoke it, and then you're gonna find yourself in a boxing gym somewhere.
You might be in a chicken coop like Smokey.
Don't ever. Yeah,
Find
no,
yourself sparring with Mike Tyson. Is over with. Oh shit,
man. But yeah, I should have done that before we got started because it's gonna be really hard to do this during the show. But anyway, check this out. So before we get into the archives and before we get deep into the sequel trilogy, what could have been, what should have been, and this thing is amazing, dog. I mean, it's super Star Wars geeks wet dream. This is all like concept art. I mean, this is the stuff that we don't know, that we've never heard. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, you've seen every documentary, you've seen every behind the scenes, the making of, and all of that. This is the stuff that is in none of those. This is stuff that is nowhere else. Concept art, original script ideas, and like I said, man, just I mean, they've got the full anatomy of General Grievous. Like it's shit that you know.
Yeah, that is something I want to see. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep that a buck because
bro.
I've
There's
always been intrigued by General Grievous
yeah,
and why we didn't see more of him. Uh, period. Grievous was dope.
yeah, dog. Grievous he's got a dope backstory, a dope like he used to be a full a full living being, and
Mm.
now he's a now he's mostly machine, just like what they said about Vader in the first movie, but literally he's just like a heart and lungs, and the rest of him is machine.
Wow.
But he used to have a full,
Mm.
he used to have a full body.
Oh yes. And brain. I forgot. And brain.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said heart, brain, and lungs, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
But I'm trying to see if I could. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Like, just different concept art of versions of what do you call it?
Okay.
Stormtrooper helmets and all kinds of
Yo,
different.
that's crazy. You look like Storm Shadow and shit.
You know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that look dope.
Mhm. Some of these, like, and then there's just like these artists make these full like paintings.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah. The image on what it's supposed to look like. They did that for what's that? For the Mandalorian. Those
mhm.
shit's tight.
Yeah,
The
storyboard.
concept
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah,
Those are tight.
yeah. I mean, it's so dense that you could be reading this book for fucking months and still miss shit. Go back, um, read shit. There's just so much, and I know I'm not really just looking through it. Like I'm actually looking for something
Mm-hmm.
to show y'all real quick. Oh, there it is. Now look at this shit.
Oh shit. That's his
Like,
helmet and shit. Oh
yeah,
wow.
and like the
Yo,
whole
that's crazy. Like that's
somebody
mad
actually thought of
detail.
all this. Yeah, like someone like this is all. That's why people don't understand. Like this shit is real deep, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more than the
Mm.
movies. Like it's way more than just those movies. If you really want to be a Star Wars fan, it's so much shit to get
Now,
into.
now, where would you get a book like this? You know,
Oh, you can get this on Amazon. I mean, you can get this anywhere.
man, that
It's
is dope.
the original one that came out is about this wide. It's
Mhm.
about like 2 feet long. It looks like an atlas. You open it like this and shit, and it's fucking $200. You can get it on Amazon. It's like $200. This is they put out this for those who didn't want to cough up $200, and you can
Yeah.
get this one for I think what was it?
60 something.
Not even not even close. Like 20.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, like 20 or 30, I think. I
That's
forget.
the
I don't know,
that's
but
the
it's
nerd.
really
That's the nerd on the budget. That's the nerd on the budget version.
exactly. This is and this is it's. I was worried that it would just be like an abridged version. It's not. It's just all crammed tightly,
Compact.
compacted.
Yeah,
It's
come
all
on,
the
come
info
back.
is
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Mm.
it's all
It's
there.
dope though, bro. It's a lot of art. Is there a lot of art? It's a lot of artwork in there.
It's a lot of art. It's a lot of pictures. A lot of photography. A lot of uh, just a lot of everything. A lot of
Okay.
a lot of.
Bro. Now, does it tell any stories in there as far as like things that were taken out,
Oh yeah.
put in, added, and why? They
So
talk about any of the other trilogies. I mean, the other
this
movies.
book is episodes
Oh
1
wow.
through 3. This is the trilogy. This is the prequel. The prequel trilogy.
Okay.
There's a
Mm.
black one that's the OG trilogy. There is no book for the sequel trilogy because no, they're not going to do that because no one cares enough about it to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one cares enough. That says a lot. No one cares enough
It
about that
does.
to
Yeah.
make a project like this on those movies. They're not good movies. They're just they look amazing. That's what tricks people. They're beautiful. The sequel trilogy, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Even the last one, Palpatine looks amazing. But when you think about why the fuck is Palpatine even here? The whole point of the whole trilogy, they kill Palpatine. Him coming back like wipes out everything that was done before. So it's the worst thing they could have ever done. But it looks amazing. People are, it looks beautiful. It's a piece of shit. And everybody, everybody knows that we were all hyped when the sequel trilogy came out. I mean, we were really hyped. We were starved because
we were. He's right.
Decades
I was hyped.
Movies.
Yeah, I was hyped.
Oh my god, dog! I couldn't contain myself. Force Awakens and left Force Awakens thinking it was amazing. Like, oh, this shit was great. I recognized the whole time watching Force Awakens. I'm like, oh, that's just like the original movie. I get it. Like, harkening back to this, and it was like, okay, cool. But this is a trilogy, so I know that we're gonna pick up and they're gonna get original. The second one, the third one's gonna be great. Oh man, this is amazing. And look, they're doing live puppets with CGI and combining both live effects and CGI. That's the way it should be. Like, this is amazing. The first trilogy, there was no CGI, so they did everything with puppets and miniatures. The second trilogy, CGI was new, and so George did everything in CGI. And then now this one, they've like, okay, CGI, we calm down, we're excited, but like let's let that chill. And now they realize how to combine CGI with live action. And so again, it looks amazing, but it deteriorates after the first one. I mean, obviously. They get a second guy to come in who retcons everything the first guy did in the first movie, and then they bring that guy back for the third movie to get vindictive and be like, fuck that guy, retcon everything he did, and then it becomes this shit that I digress. But the point is when George Lucas sold this Star Wars to Disney, he did not think, it's right here, interviews, he did not think that he was going to be completely shut out. He thought he was going to be pretty much on the set, consulting. He was going to give them the script. Like, he had it written out. Like, he thought, okay, I'm selling you this franchise to you guys. You're going to be able to make tons off of it, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you how to make the trilogy. And, it's going to be beautiful. Everyone wins, the fans and Disney. Disney was like, no, fuck George. We don't want that. We don't want any oversight. We don't want any control because we've got plans. We've got an agenda. We've got something we've got to do here with this, and we've got to and fuck the story. That's not what this is about. We didn't buy this for the story. We didn't buy Star Wars for the fans. We bought it for money. We bought it for ourselves to make money. So that was the least thing of their concern was to bring George in, but he really thought they were going to have him on, consulting. So when he sold it, he did not think, and this is a lot of people gripe, oh, how could George, abandon us and just sell it off and da-da-da. He didn't think he was doing that. He didn't think he was just just walking away from it. He thought that he was selling the rights to Disney and was going to still continue, to create.
Oh, yeah.
He wrote a whole script. 3 movies. Like, I don't know if it was like, I don't think it's like he wrote the entire script, but he had outlines. He laid out exactly how it was supposed to all go. And we're going to get into that. We're going to read that in a moment. But first, let us unbox the boxes.
Oh, unboxing.
Box. What's in the box?
Box.
You guys got anything? Any new stuff? Any comics? Any toys?
Yes.
Oh yeah, plenty. But on the tip, what we keep with the Star Wars, if I was George, man, oh, okay, all right.
We're coming back to that.
Yeah, because
no, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that, man.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
So you got your torch.
Got torch. Got Gnawgahyde, I think too.
Bro, I ain't get nothing. Bro, what is going on, man? I ain't get my. Well. For me, okay. Remember, I pre-ordered with you. My biggest mistake, and I'm gonna tell everybody the same thing out there that's watching. Don't order from Big Bad Toy Store. Don't. I like Big Bad Toy Store. Don't pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. Don't pre-order from Big. I'm gonna take that back. I digress. Let me take this back. Let me rephrase. Let me make it clear. if you want to buy something from Big Bad Toy Store, don't pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. What they do is, and Reno's been telling me this for months, years, days, weeks, hours, minutes. The thing that they do is, when you order from them, they take your order, but they do not charge your card until I
Oh,
guess they get their merchandise or
that's
whatever.
most. The only
So,
store that doesn't do that is Target. Target's the only store that charges you now. Bro, Hasbro don't
but
charge
here's
you now. Entertainment Earth
but
don't
here's the
charge you now.
problem.
Walmart, GameStop, none of them charge you now.
Now here's the problem I'm having with Big Bad Toy Store. I use PayPal
Yeah.
because it's secure and all that. Everybody has their choice of payment plan online or whatever, straight credit card. And what happens with me is I'll pre-order something from Big Bad Toy Store. They'll accept it. They'll accept my order, the whole 9 yards. And then I don't know what it is, but whether it's the time limit between where they take their money or whatever it is they're doing,
Yeah.
when they try to take their money, PayPal won't let them do it. And it looks like
Oh,
it's
you have a
fraud.
PayPal issue. Okay, PayPal. Yeah.
You're right. Because they wait so long and it looked like it's fraud or like it's malicious, like they're trying to take,
Mm,
money without my permission when I
oh,
gave them permission at the time of checkout. So
PayPal.
at the time of checkout, so I actually had to call PayPal and straighten it out. And they told me, they said, listen, at the time of you check out, PayPal is approving if they don't take their money and then they try to come back and take it later, it looks like they're trying to get it twice or they're trying to do something malicious. So it'll kick it back and they won't let them take it. So then they canceled my order for my cable and I ordered like 3 things off of there.
So I would
So
recommend don't use PayPal when you order. Use your debit card.
that's what's linked to my PayPal, my debit card.
But I mean, just
So
straight use your
no,
debit
I know
card.
it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
So normally I order off of Hasbro Pulse, but I was unable to order it off of Hasbro Pulse. Hasbro Pulse, I have no problem with them and my credit card or my PayPal, nothing. Entertainment Earth, no problems. eBay, no problems. Amazon, definitely no problems. The only one that gives me a problem is Big Bad Toy Store. So I had to order my cable from eBay. Luckily, I found
Ooh,
somebody that was selling a cable for it was about 39 bucks. I had to pay a
nice.
little extra, I know.
Yeah.
But here's the
Not
gipper.
bad. Not too
It
bad.
didn't have the was it Azook? It didn't have his piece in there, and it was just cable and all his accessories and no
It didn't.
box.
Oh, the Build-A-Figure piece.
Right. It didn't have a builder figure. It didn't have a
Okay.
Zook. It didn't have his piece in there. And I thought that was pretty fair because everywhere else on eBay, cable was going for $40 plus without shipping. So I figured that to be an okay deal. And I really didn't want a Zook anyway, or the piece. So it kind of was a one-way for me. So I kind of, but I still didn't get my torch.
All right. Well,
And I ordered a
then,
couple other figures.
without further to do, let us get into this because this motherfucker here, dog. God damn. I mean, bruh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
really have been digging the Dreadnoks. Buzzer was insane, bro. Ripper was even better. Fucking this dude looks excellent, bro. I'm about to check him out. He got tattoos, flaming tattoos. He got all type of spikes and shit. I'm gonna chrome out. Yeah, all type of chains and shit, hanging flames and skulls. Yes, sir.
Oh, Crom.
All right, let me make that shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Cool, Mike. Cool, Mike. It
Might not
looks
have to do
action.
too much. That
It's
shit looks
big.
shiny already, bro.
It looked hard just like that.
It looks shiny
I know.
already. God damn.
Yeah, I had to go raw talk on that one.
This man,
That's
look like.
unless you're gonna chrome out the tank,
There we go.
you're gonna leave it black, so it stay a little more modern. That's dope. Notice how they changed the packaging. They keep changing the packaging. I kind of like this better than
this package.
I do miss the Foot Lockers. I do kind of miss the Foot Lockers, but they just I don't know. That's just wasted space.
No, I don't.
I do like it.
Yeah, I'm not super like missing the Foot Locker. It was a cool idea. This is cool though, having the parts, you know, the what do you call it,
Yeah,
accessories and
then
shit.
wrapped up in there, wrapped in there
It's like
like
the
that.
old. That's how they used to do, you know.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, it is a different the cardboard on this packaging is thicker. I will tell you that. Than past packaging. I'm not sure what's up with that, but this cardboard is much thicker, which is very nice. It's got a nice glossy art piece on the
Mm.
side. And like I said, I mean, this is new. This is the first figure with this cardboard. There's the number 123. But this new cardboard is way thicker, bro. I don't know if you can see that
Yeah,
that line. It's thick,
yeah.
bro. Like it's not focused right now, but there we go. You see it, that you can see how that's cardboard right there. That shit is thick as fuck. Look how thick that shit is, dog. And so, yeah, that's really nice. That's a nice,
And
nice addition.
abroad in the sundress.
Word, word.
Yeah.
He said tick.
And the broad and sundress. So he's got the tanks, the backpack tanks, like he did back in the day. And this is the OG right here, so y'all know just who we looking at. Oh, wait, get out of my face, bitch. All right, that's the old Jizzy right there.
Oh yeah.
It looks close.
It's pretty
Looks close.
close,
Actually, looks better with the buckles and the chrome on it that the OG doesn't have. It
right? But they did,
yeah, it looks
yeah. Look how close
yeah,
they got.
it looks good.
Yeah,
Looks
Yeah.
really good, man. It looks
yeah.
really close.
Nice. Very nice.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yo, you know
Um,
who he looked like? He looked like my guy from Boogie Nights that was chilling with what you call it? When they went to old boy's house to get the drugs.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
He looked just like that dude.
Yo,
That's what
with
he
that
looked like.
mustache and shit.
He's like,
Yo, this dude, this is great. This is really nice. Yeah, the chains and shit are pretty chrome. They're not as chrome as the chrome pen. So I'm definitely still. He got chrome on his wrist, but nah,
So in other words, no matter how much chrome they put on there, you can get it chromier.
I can get it chrome.
yeah.
More chrome.
You gonna chrome it regardless. It's getting chrome regardless. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Regardless,
add a little extra chrome. We
regardless.
get it. Man. That's no, we're
This
not laughing at. We're just laughing because we know you want to chrome. You know
Reno,
you want to chrome it.
aka Chrome.
Chrome dome, the chromer.
So the new Cobra
Chrome
Commander, retro cardback
face.
is gonna have a
Mm.
chrome faceplate,
Man,
like chrome. What
Mm.
I can't out chrome that shit. It's just as
yeah,
chrome as
that
these pins.
back metal. Yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
how they remember back in the day. Remember Destro's head was really real chrome.
yeah, that's what
Real
they.
chrome, yeah.
I'm like, yo, why they didn't do that for this Destro? But my Destro is real chrome. See, casual. No, I'm telling you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, bro. They the truth.
Oh yeah, the
They
Maltatov, or whatever they call them.
they got there's all kind of brands. This is
Yeah,
these ones
that
are
one is the heaviest.
What's the best brand you used? You guys have used? I
Zoet
never used any of them.
Zoet Zoet.
Oh, okay, okay.
And they got a picture of a car on the front, so you know it's gotta be chrome.
They got car. They got one with action figure on the cover because they know people do use these on their figures and shit.
Word.
Yeah, they got a little robot figure and shit like that. The off brands are good. Yeah, like it don't matter what brand. That's the Zoet, and then there's also Zayar.
Damn.
Mm.
You can Zeyar.
The only problem is the gold ones. They need to get the gold up to the standard
Oh,
of Chrome.
why don't they? Why is the gold not shiny? Why is the gold? The gold is just like fucking regular
Kind of
old
like
fucking
a Mac.
sparkly.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't need it. That's the whole we've been. What's the point? The point of these markers is that this shit is real chrome, and this gold is not gold chrome. I really wish it was because there is some fucking uses that I needed that shit for, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
need that. I don't need
yeah.
that.
Malta used to be the only one. Yup, but
All
now
right, y'all.
word.
My bad. I didn't stop the whole people like, yo, what's up with the figure? All right. Torch is really, really fucking amazingly well detailed. That tank on the back is really nice. It fits in real snug. It's got a real long post, which is nice because a lot of the posts lately have just been
It's
not
short. They're
so
too short.
yeah,
Yeah, but not long
especially
enough.
when it's got
Yeah, I
a
feel
vest
you.
like that. It's got to get through that vest, so they're taking that into consideration. That's nice. All are not created equal. He's got two. I guess these are. Hold on. Look like they look like 45s or 9 millimeters. Two pistols. You know, going is and he's got two little side holsters on each leg.
Mm.
Yeah, bro, he's kitted. He's fucking geared up. He's geared up and ready. He's got that. He's got some nice. Look at that flame blast effects for the torch. Let's check out this blowtorch. This blowtorch is crazy. It has a lot of features. It's got one feature where it's just sitting there with like a flame kind of coming out of the end where
Oh,
it's just
I know what you
like a
mean.
small flame. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
like
what's
it's
got
just
the small flame before he fires it.
getting ready to blow. Yeah, like you getting ready before he
Yeah.
fires. But it's they buried it inside here, man. I can barely get it out. But here they go. It's got a skull. Look at that.
Oh,
It's got
that's
a
dope.
bro. That
Now
shit
you go
is
to chrome. Are you going to chrome the skull out?
not the skull, but but parts of the gun. Yes, parts of the
Oh,
flamethrower.
okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. Uh-huh. All right. There's a
Gotta
little.
chrome. See, that's
See
hot.
that's
That's
little
hot right there.
flame.
Yeah, that's hot.
Let me get something to make it focus. You know what it is? It's too bright too. Hold on. Let me turn that down a little bit. There it is, nice and focused. But yeah, there you can see the chrome. It's like coming out of the skull's mouth,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
dope. Yeah, the
skull's
barrel.
eyes.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, flaming eyes. And I assume it has a tube. Let's see. Yeah, there's just a little tube right there. So that's the tube. We'll hook on to the John, and then that's gonna go into the tank.
Yeah.
Blam. And it's got a pistol grip in the back and one in the front. So
Yeah,
he can hold it
that
with
is
two.
hard.
I guess he hold
That's
it with two
hard.
hands. Oh, let me see. Come here, bitch. Yeah, there you go. So there you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, he's extremely well done. As far as detail, as far as accuracy to the real, to the original. Um,
Mm. Yeah, how
yeah,
they say
it's,
in the cartoon, destroy the
mm,
foundation, and the rest comes tumbling down.
that's right. Yo, I don't. You know what? Let me, because I don't like how that's fitting at all. It's really hard for him to hold. This is actually, I'm actually not super
Oh,
happy
bring
with the
the
way.
oh, bring the wire under his arm right there on the other
Yeah,
side.
but,
Like yeah,
look,
yeah, and then
look, it got two handles. So if I
yeah,
hold
if you
this,
bring it, if you, no, put the
you
in the
need
other
this
hand.
hand, right?
Yeah, and then put that one in the other hand up front,
No,
and
I
then
know how it
you should
goes,
be able to.
but it
No, no,
looks
I'm
like
saying then you should. I
nah.
know. Or
Look,
maybe it's like because so when you hold a flamethrower, that's see right there, a real flamethrower. That's until you fire it. That's how you're supposed to hold it to
yeah.
keep you from
But
burning yourself.
if you notice, that's just sideways. His hand isn't on the trigger. Look, he's just holding it
Yeah.
sideways.
No,
So
that's how you're
it's
supposed to
gonna
hold
take.
the real flamethrower. If you had a real flamethrower, you're supposed to hold it sideways like that until you fire it.
How you gonna pull the trigger if it's side if you're holding it like that?
I said until you fire it.
Okay,
You're supposed to hold it that way.
so when you're ready to fire it, then how you gonna hold it? That's what I'm saying.
You get in the fire position. You just boop.
You're not hearing me. So you see the tank. You see now it's in his hand. So he's got his finger in the trigger like that.
Right.
All right, but look how they got the setup. You see how it's bent? It's curved.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a
You bring it
lot
over. Is the
of
tank
finesse.
maybe
Don't
maybe the tank's upside down?
Well, let me try to.
Because remember we had that problem before with somebody you had. We turned the
Yeah,
tank
no,
the other way and it fit.
I can take that. I'm gonna take. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that off because we're not really thinking about the tank right now. Let's take that off. We talking about how he's holding the gun. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I want him
Oh,
to hold this shit
you
where
want him
he's
to
not.
be in firing
I don't want.
position.
I don't want the flamethrower to be bent in half for him to hold it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't want it to be
Yeah.
shaped like a U for him to hold it. It
Right,
needs to
right.
be straight like that. So that's what I'm trying to figure out for him to do that. It's not. Yeah, it don't. It don't. It's tough. It's tough. Like you see what I'm saying? You see, it's
Yeah.
still bent to even get it in that position.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. And then see, damn,
Yeah.
dog. And if I put that right
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
where's the tube gonna go into?
What about his wrist? Can you like maneuver his wrist in a way so that it might not do that?
Maybe the
Or
tube goes on the outside of the thing. You just rock it like that. You don't
Yeah, I mean
have to
he
get
just
under.
gonna have to hold it just like straight out like that.
Yeah, it's probably that's you know. You
It
put the
don't.
tube over it, over the arm.
Yeah,
yeah.
they basically I think what's wrong with it is that, and I know that's how it's designed. I mean, you've got the trigger way up there at the front, but if the trigger is way up there towards the front, how does he fucking hold it? You see, because it's plastic. It's not a real.
Mm.
It's not a real. It's a toy. I mean, he's not a real being. He's a plastic. It's a plastic thing. So you got to make the toy where he can actually hold the shit. It don't have to be realistic if he can't use it. Like you see what I'm saying? Look at that shit. Look how it's bent. You see how it's bent just for him to hold it. You feel
Oh,
what I'm? Now you get what I'm.
or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
bend the
Motherfucker.
arm, bend his arm out. Oh, make it out. Yeah, a little wider. Spread it out from his torso. Bring his arm out, like his elbow sticking out a little bit more outward.
This one.
No, no, not that one. The other one.
This one. Make it
Yeah,
bend it out like that. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, bring it out, yeah. And then put the wire under his arm.
The wire can't go under, bro. No way, because the handles are up. The
Yeah.
handles are on top.
If you put the if you put
See,
the
the wire
wire under his arm, if you put the
can't
wire
go.
under his arm, you can do it, but his finger ain't gonna be able to go on the trigger.
Look, you can't do it. Watch. If I put the wire under his arm, see that? Then what?
Just
I
pull it
got.
back. Stick it in. Yeah, stick it in and then pull back the slack.
You see that?
Yeah. Now pull the slack back right there on the end.
No, you no. Hold on. You're not looking. See that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a problem. Yeah, you got a problem.
That's
That's a
not. That's not gonna
problem.
work. It's not gonna work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not gonna work. Yeah, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, yeah, that's a straight problem.
It's a bad. It's a bad. Poorly designed weapon. But you know, hey, that's my only gripe with this figure, and that's not much of a gripe because I'll figure this shit out one way or another. It's also really hard to manipulate when I'm doing it from
Yeah, on live.
behind, trying
Yeah,
to show y'all in the camera. Like if I sit there and fucking work on this shit
yeah.
for
If
like
you
an
do
hour,
it yourself,
I
you
have
figure
it
it
figured
out.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt, no doubt. But that's how it looks right now. It's just like this right now. And then here
Or
goes the
maybe he's a left-handed dude. I mean, you never know.
yeah, well, yeah, that's how I got it in his left. I got
Or
the
right
trigger in his
or
left.
right-handed. Or you
If I
can do
put
Yeah,
it.
it in
maybe
the
he's a righty. Maybe
but
he's a
look,
righty. Yeah.
yeah, but look, you see, what about this handle? How can he hold it with his right if this handle is back here?
No, I'm saying the other arm, like you switch the guns, bring the tube around the other way.
That, but you see how the tube is on the tank, right?
Oh,
Yeah, too. Yeah,
See?
we'll go the other way. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
They should have made it a double joint where you can
they
put
should have had, yeah, they should have a tube
aluminum.
connector on this side maybe, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
could have.
I gotta fuck with it.
No,
I'll fuck with it. I'll figure it out. But here goes the flame. This is really cool. So this is like his getting ready to shoot flame, and
Mhm.
then this is his straight off,
Oh
you
shit!
know, he blasting, you know what I'm saying? He's tearing shit up.
Time
And
to
then
play the game.
word. And then he's got a fatter one. So this is more like a quick or like a far spray flame, and then this is more of a, I guess, cartoony looking one. Yeah.
Mm.
So you could go either style. I guess they gave you an option.
Nice. Action pose
That's
with
pretty cool right there.
action plane.
Yeah, absolutely. This dude, hang on, I should have grabbed these dudes already.
I could do this all day.
Squad up.
Yeah, all three of the wild misfits of G.I. Joe.
Finally got them all three together. Thank you, GI Joe Classified. Y'all did it for real. Now I got to get another one of these bikes. I need one of these Punisher joints. I like the black one with the crazy handlebars.
Yeah.
Yeah. This fits him. This style I like, but this Torch needs one of these.
Yeah.
I think. No. So yeah, I'm gonna get Torch one of these, and then they're gonna be sitting on the shelf. These three dudes on their bikes. That's a nice setup.
Oh, or you can get, if you don't get the Punisher bike, try to get the WWE Deadman bike, the one with the what's his name, the Undertaker, his bike.
Oh, they got a wrestling dude's motorcycle.
Yeah, they got the Undertaker and Stone Cold bikes.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely check those out because I bet you them shits are mad realistic looking.
You know, they're pretty.
Hell yeah,
they're pretty dope.
Yep, and that way it'll be different too. I like that. Man, I'm digging this fucking new. I can't get over say enough how much thicker the cardboard is on this new packaging. It's so much more thicker. I mean, these are really. This is a sturdy motherfucker. So the thing is, though, it is a lot different in size and shape. You know, they're still, I guess they're trying to, find their get their, the one they're gonna stick with, because this is still early in the game, guys. Think how many GI Joes there are out there. Think how many figures there are, how many waves each year, and they're gonna do them all eventually. I mean, they've got a long way to go.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, definitely you got the other motherfucker. God damn.
Gnawgahyde came in. So Gnawgahyde,
it's the other dreadnought.
I remember when he came out. Old school joint.
Yeah, that's.
I remember buying this. I remember buying for some reason. I remember buying Gnawgahyde above all. I just remember buying him. Or
I never had Gnawgahyde, man. Damn, he doing.
I got him fully complete O-ring version. It's dope. It's definitely dope.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely like sort of inspired by Crocodile Dundee. Loosely, but yeah, that was definitely his inspiration. This is that same thick packaging, same thick cardboard, really nice Dreadnought, Gnawgahyde, Pork Belly, and Yobo. I found it really funny that they gave us this Timon and Pumbaa duo. Basically, like, it's really funny that they did that to me. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, my only gripe with it is they should have put a vest on the monkey, man.
Word, a little fez.
You know what I'm saying? A denim vest or what have you.
Like a fez on.
You know, just like on what was that movie? The Hangover 3.
Oh,
when he was overseas in Thailand, what have you?
Yeah,
they should have gave the drug dealing monkey.
Yeah, hell yeah. This is another great fucking example, man. Look at the fucking detail, y'all. It is nice. I mean, that's real thick.
His underbite, right?
Right. I'm not super. I wasn't super happy with the face and teeth on this one. It was kind of a weird thing. But what's also weird is the guy that designed this figure used a dental impression of his own teeth for the design.
That's how he looks in real life.
I mean, but yeah, highly detailed, very thick, lots of gear.
Tough, yo.
Word, Stu, you see that?
You got the anarchy tat Everything on it.
Look at the snake on his head.
Yeah, and the detail on the damn
The
on the
vest.
vest.
It's crazy.
Oh, they
Little
really went.
knife sheath. The
You
sheath in
see,
the back, furry
oh,
sheath.
you see the gradient in the vest.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah. Yeah.
nice gradient.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Tatted up.
Yeah, yeah.
Couple of two necklaces. You got the dog tags, got the teeth.
Nice.
Yeah, the vest is dope. Anarchy tattoo is super dreadnought. And yeah, they got him ripped up. I think he is, yeah, he's like, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's not is he a big body? I don't think so.
He's in between. He's like the same size as Sergeant Slaughter in the action figure, but he's not as big as Road Pig.
Yep, he's the Sergeant Slaughter size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Road Pig is gonna be bigger than both of those guys.
Road Pig's gonna be the biggest, right? Yeah. Right now, this is the big size. They got two main sizes, pretty well, three if you count the women. So there's a woman, and there's a regular male, and then there's the big male.
And then you got Nemesis Enforcer or Immortal. Him and Road Pig probably share the same stature. They'll share the same stature.
Yeah, they'll probably use the same, torso or legs or something for those two, Nemesis, and because they got to reuse something. So yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, the fur gradient, the fur sort of texture on there is really, really, really nice. I can't get over the detail, man. It's really, really dope. And then
yeah, they definitely got the hip hop figures over there, Super 7 Angelo. But yeah, man, that Gnawgahyde, man.
Yep.
Crazy. And with the pig, with the what you call it, the wild boar.
The boar is huge, way bigger than I thought. He's bigger than all the dogs, and
his back.
I thought he was gonna be the same size as like Mutt and Junkyard. He's not. He's about twice the size of Junkyard.
Damn.
He's massive. That is a massive pig. I mean, that's a big size character right there. Look at that.
Oh hell yeah! Oh shit! You could stand him up completely with the hind legs. He'd be as tall as Noga or taller.
Taller.
Yeah, from hoof to snout. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How is the weaponry though?
The weaponry, getting to that.
Cool.
And there's a little monkey. He doesn't. No articulation. He's fitted to fit somewhere on his shoulder or something like that.
Yeah.
Figure that out. The weaponry is really nice, Dave. He's got a dope loadout. This is the same sniper rifle case that Lowlight has.
Yeah.
And let's see what's inside. Nothing.
Yeah, standard issue in that universe. Standard rifle issue. Case company makes it. I mean, the company makes it. It's called Hasbro in that universe. That's what we got.
Oh, check this out, y'all.
That's what every expert sniper rifle user uses.
It goes in there. Yeah.
Look at that.
It fits in there.
No, check this out.
That is hard, bro.
You can add the scope in there. Everything.
Removable scope, removable silencer, removable fucking what you call it, the stand.
Oh, the compressor,
and all that. The stand, all that shit comes off and goes in this case.
That's hard, bro.
This shit comes apart. You disassemble this into the case and put it in the case. Fucking amazing. And then
why they didn't do that? Why they didn't do that when we was kids, man? Look at that.
I know. He's got some sort of a wrist attached machete.
Yeah, the machete. Yeah, the blades.
Yeah, so it's got like these rings on it that go around his wrist so that he doesn't have to hold it. It just kind of attaches to his arm. I guess I'll have to work with that, figure out a way to make it make sense. But I mean, it's obviously bent to shit. It's one of the gripes I have with some of their soft weapons. But
Yeah,
all you
me
got to
too.
do, all you got to do is run it in front of a space heater or a blow dryer, warm it up, and then flatten it out, get it straight, let it cool, and then it will be fixed. Fixed for good. And then he comes with, of course. Oh, we never did put his
I
Dundee
usually,
on.
I usually put mine
Dundee.
inside of a heavy book and do what I got to do after
Well,
that.
see that'll bend it back temporarily, but eventually that's gonna go back to its
Go back
bend.
to a little
Yeah,
bend
you
on it.
have to heat it. If you don't heat it and then cool it in the new shape, it will eventually bend back to its bent self. I learned
Crikey, mates.
Crikey.
That's cracky. That's
That's no
that's
knife.
British. He's Australian.
This is a knife.
It's North.
Knife.
And then I'm really, really, really excited about the well here, let me get these little
Bring it.
daggers out.
Yeah, the
Damn,
dagger.
how many knives he come with? Damn.
Oh, he come with these two knives, a machete. I mean, this one goes in his boot. And this other one goes right here. This is nice. Yeah, look at that. You ain't see that before, still.
That's where he keeps his North. Yeah. Oh, I'll keep my North.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the knife I fillet gators with, mate.
Oi. Compound bow.
He got the little anarchy symbol.
Yeah.
Too.
Super dreadnought oven. All right, there we go. What is it? Yeah,
And
this has some removable parts as well.
That
the
bow.
Yeah, it's got like
sight. Oh,
the fuck is that?
It's kind of like, you see?
It's a little piece that I don't know where it could go. I mean, I guess
it's right there in the
goes
middle.
on the front, right there. Goes right there.
Yeah, it's like that's a compressor of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, don't need a silencer for a bow, so I don't know what it is, but I'm not a bow dude.
Storm, a really what you call the dude, the tracker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he had that.
Okay. Yep. Shadow tracker.
Shadow tracker.
Yes. Yeah. I passed on the shadow tracker because he's an unknown character. This is the quiver. So on the back of the quiver, you can there's one actual arrow that's removable.
Yeah, I like the way they do that now.
Oh yeah. There you go. And they're kind of what do you call it? Like that. And then so this, let's see how this goes. So this goes in his back right there. There's a peg on the side, sort of, which is pretty cool. How it's aligned like that. Let me get it in there before I fuck him up. It's spitting it out. It's like spitting it out. Like I plug it in and it just kind of pushes out on its own.
That one might have to be heated up as well.
Look at that dumb shit. Look at that.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be heated up.
It's not even in the vest.
It's
the vest.
Mate.
It's the vest. Watch. Yeah, it's real snug. If it ain't in the vest. So, in fact, that might be the issue. I might have to just really, really cram that fucker in there.
Cram.
Man, that's dope, man. So it doesn't come with. He doesn't have a carrying case for his bow, just the sniper rifle.
The bow, I believe, attaches to his quiver.
Now that's dope. If that does it. Oh yeah. And now that little piece is that for the stabilizer right there.
Yeah.
You put the stabilizer in there. And I guess the bow would go on the back. I guess you'd have to separate it.
There's two loops. There's two rings. There's a ring here on the side, and there's a ring here right there, and then there's that hook right there. Gonna have to. I'm gonna have to
I thought
figure
the
out.
stable does the stabilizer go on one of them or no?
I mean, it may, but it would come off and then go in there like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I figured it would go. Yeah, you take the stabilizer off, put it there, and then swing the bow on
This
the back
doesn't
of
make
it.
any
So,
sense. This sort of rounded hook thing doesn't seem to fit anything on this. So
wait a minute, let
I
me
will have
hold the bow
to.
for a second, Reno. Let me see something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everything on it is
Me?
squared off. Everything on it is squared. There's nothing round.
Yeah, nah, ain't nothing you can,
Oh,
except for that piece right there. Right? See what I'm talking? In the middle, right there.
Mm-mm.
I can't. You can't see me point to it. All right. See where the stabilizer is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right there above the stabilizer,
A
that little
handle?
hook. Yeah, that little handle
That?
right there. Will it
Look
fit
how
in there?
tiny
Yeah,
that.
will it
Look
fit
how
in there?
tiny that is. Well, yeah, it will go in there, but that's not what it's clearly made for. Like, maybe I could figure out a way to shove it through that hook, but that's not what it's intended for. See?
I could tell you what. Hold on.
Hmm. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, I will have to do some research because see if you put it in there, it bends it. So that's how you know it's not supposed to go in there. But
I mean, it would give you a way to carry it for now. I mean, until you figure it out. But it's still
yeah,
dope, man. I mean, me
I doubt.
personally,
Yeah, I'll probably have him hold the bow anyway. Anywho, I'll fuck with it later. But
Yeah.
yeah, amazing detail on this. Very, very happy with both of these dreadnoughts so far. All the dreadnoughts have been stunning. For the price, classified is still the best line out there. For the 6-7 inch range, 6-inch range, 7-inch range figure, by far, hands down, no question. They beat out. Well, they destroy Marvel Legends, Black Series, any of the other Hasbro ones. I still say that they beat Mafex because even though Mafex is a better quality figure in a lot of ways, it's 4 times the price. They're $150, $180. They have like no detail, no sort of like stuff on them. They're very, very basic as
Yeah.
far as their, the way they look. They don't have any sort of features at all. They definitely don't come with like accessories and shit like that. They're just very well made quality. So, that. But when you're talking, 25 to 35, I think he was a little extra because he came with the boar and shit. For the money, hands down, there's no better line. Not even close.
Mm.
Not even close. Because I collect all, all the 6 and 7 inch lines, like Marvel Legends, fucking DC Multiverse, Black Series, these. I used to collect some of the McFarlanes, Spawns.
Mm.
None have compared to this as far as when you like
Okay.
all around package as far as articulation, posability, playability, quality, structure, detail, features, accessories, man, like every fucking category they own. Value, price, yeah. I'm happy. And being a GI Joe fan, I'm super happy that they're doing that. I'm super happy that it's a good time to be a fan of GI Joe.
Excuse me for a minute,
Which I
fellas.
wasn't a
that's
GI
true.
Joe fan. Yeah, I mean, I was a GI Joe fan always, since I was a little kid, but I didn't think ever about in my adult life ever fucking with it. I never thought about it at all, really, until Classified came out, and then I was like, "Yo, those look just like the shit when I was a kid," and now because I had already been collecting Marvel Legends and all that by the time Classified came out, and and Classified re fucking vived my GI Joe fandom. Definitely revived it.
Yeah, mine's too. And I wasn't good at first. I don't know. I wasn't really paying them any mind. And then a
Nah,
couple
I
people
was
were
on
like,
pass
"Oh,
at
did you
first.
see him?"
That first
Yeah,
wave was
and
whack to me.
the first wave was wet. Yeah. Once that second wave came out, that's when I was like, "Yeah, I gotta get one of these." And then I just started buying them, and I just kept buying them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, once they started doing the retro, once they started making them look like the 80s toys, that's when I got into them. Because at first they weren't. At first, Classified was a futuristic version of the characters. But once they started making them look how the original ones looked in the 80s, yeah, that's when I got into it. Well, super duper unsatisfied with the way this fits in his back. It is very, very poorly done.
Mm.
That I'm not happy about. They really fucking botched it on that. Lenny, you fucked up. But other than that, it's amazing. But it's hard to put a lot of it together. That's a travesty. I mean, come on. If I didn't know about the blow dryer trick, that's a wasted that's wasted money right there. That's trash. I could never put that on my figure. So they need to tighten up in a lot of areas, especially the way they do the accessories and shit. But when I say that, please understand. Again, this is the best line out there. I am searching, digging for something to gripe about. Like I have to really find something to gripe about, like that. So trust me, it's not a big deal. Not a real complaint. But yeah, can't wait to set these dudes up, figure them out, and let's put them on the shelf. Yes, sir. All right, that's that. Let's dip into the archive.
Now, can the monkey ride on the back of the warthog? Yeah, definitely, definitely. No, I'm sad to hear that George had a plan. If I was him, I'd have executed it before I sold it to Disney. I'm gonna be 100% with you, man. I
Oh
would
no,
not
he
have.
explains why he couldn't. His his son. Wait, who was it? Some. Yeah, he was having a baby. He was like 70 something years old. He was having a baby. He knew that the original trilogy and the prequels took him 10 years to make, right?
Hmm.
So he realized that he couldn't do that and raise this new baby. He didn't want the first 10 years of this baby's life to pretty much barely see him while he's making this trilogy. So
Right.
literally for this new baby, he decided to sell it to Disney. Once again, though, he did not think he was just giving it away, and
Right.
it was
Right.
just gonna be. I have
He thought it was gonna be.
microphone
He thought it was gonna
papers.
be in good hands. Yeah. He thought it was
He
gonna be
thought
in
he
good hands.
no, he thought he was gonna.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, but he thought that he was gonna be involved.
Yeah, you're right. Because I remember him saying that a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Now
he thought he
that
was gonna
bow,
be.
we know. I figured out how that bow goes on there. Not to change the subject, but I figured it out.
You found it.
Got to figure it. Found it.
S-
Got to figure it out.
send me the picture or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So he thinks that. So he thinks that he's going to be able to put on the. He's going to be on the producer side of the whole thing,
he thinks
executive
that he's
producer,
gonna be consultant.
producing and consulting. And why is it not doing none of
Right. Basically.
that?
You know what, Slade? I can actually. I'm gonna do that. It's not all pimped out yet though, but I think what I can do, I've never done this before, so forgive me if we get a whole bunch of feedback and bullshit, but I'm going to join on my phone. Where the fuck is my goddamn email? There it is. And then I'll take the camera over there.
Yeah. And Reno, you know, the good part about Gnawgahyde is everything fits on that. Everything fits together. So the bow case, the sniper case, and all of that fits on the bow case. It should come with instructions, but since it doesn't, we're not going to hold them responsible.
Right. Ah, yo, that's crazy. All right. What? What the fuck? The fuck?
It was working. It was just doing it, and all of a sudden, boom.
It's harder, man. What the? All right, come on now. Oh, I see. Sorry, y'all. Anyway.
Oh, that's dope. The twins, they
got breezies on the back.
You
know, that should be Torch should be on his John. And Serena. But it's the Cobra show, and it's not quite done, but that's all the Cobras. They're still on the box. I love Major Blood.
Major Blood look hard, man. Now, are they ever gonna do a retro card back Major Blood?
I doubt it.
Chuckles, damn. Chuckles look hard.
So I kind of got them separated in generations. This is like the second, this is the first generation.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get. Yeah. This is the third generation. This is the second gen.
Roadblock. They need a retro card back. Roadblock. That's what we need.
It's the Night Horse.
The Night Horse. Damn. Is that Lady J right there on the other side? Yeah, that Lady J is dope. Now, which one is that? Because the one I have isn't like that.
That's this one.
So that's the card back one.
Yep.
And then the other one you have is the what? That's the Night Force one?
This is Jody. That's Shooter.
Okay, shoot. All right.
She got a Lady J hat.
I was going to say she looked real close to Lady J with that hat on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I got her some combat boots instead of the hip hop Converse.
That's dope, bro.
Joe side, Cobra side.
Cool side.
So
That's
I got.
dope the way it's set up.
I checked these. That's my leggings. I mean, that's my Avengers. Oh shit. Anyway, I'll fix that later. But yeah, that's my Avengers. Some of the villains. Some creepy dudes. What's the goddamn?
You got the whole Brotherhood of Mutants.
Yeah. And Sentinel.
Yeah, Sentinel, yeah.
There's the.
That's the version of Cyclops I like with the leather jacket. The one that was from Marvel vs. Capcom. That's the one I like. Right there.
Hell yeah.
And the Cable. Deadpool, that gray Deadpool is dope. That black and white Deadpool, that's dope. That gray? What's that gray and black? That gray and black, that's dope. That's hot. That's hard. That's real hard. Blue Wolverine, that's dope. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's dope. We got pose, yeah.
Boys.
Mm, that is dope, bro. You got Mr. Fix It. You got the Grey Hawk, Hammerhead, Patch. And I don't. Oh, Tombstone. Is that Tombstone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tombstone looked dope. I never knew they had a figure for Tombstone.
Yeah.
It looks good too, man. This is the Wolverine show.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man. And that's the what? Batman? That's the Batman show?
Yep.
That's hard right there. Batman and Damien. That's real dope. The
Woo!
Riddler. Look at the Riddler. Penguin. I see you painted his vest yellow.
Yes. And the
That
blue
looks
logo.
100. But that looks 100% better than the orange.
Yep.
I really do think so because I don't know why they decided to paint it orange, but it's yellow on the box. Maybe that's a defect, a manufacturer defect, but
Yeah.
I like the yellow way better.
It's not only yellow on the box, it's yellow in the comics.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know what the orange is all about. The Joker, that's your Joker section. That's dope, bro.
More DC villains and shit, anti-heroes and whatnot.
Yeah, you got Ultraman,
Catman.
Steel. I got that same Steel.
That Catman is dope.
The Catman do look dope. You chromed out his claws.
Yeah.
Now, because they look extra shiny, I'm like, yo, what? And I'm looking, I'm like, yo, his claws are extra shiny. I'm like, oh, he deeped up them out.
And then this my Flash, Black Adam, Green Lantern. There's some random
Yeah, that's dope.
Spawn, Mortal Kombat. Shit.
That is. A minute. Gotta go Thanos. Yeah, that's dope, bro. It's dope the way you got it set up, man. You got everything categorized. That's improved.
These
You
are the
know,
ones that don't
uh,
really fit in a category, but they're
okay,
super.
but you got some. All right. You got Chris Star. 90s Iron Man. Nick Fury. That's funny. That's hard though. That's a hard Nick Fury. A
Yeah.
white Victor Von Doom. That's a hard Nick Fury, bro. I digs that.
Series 7, Super 7. I mean, you know what that is.
It's our face. Cyborg Superman. Hank Henshaw.
That's a Mayfex figure. That's top quality.
That's a dope. Yeah, that's top of the line. To me, Mayfex is top of the line.
It is.
You know what I mean? I haven't really seen anybody top, what they've done with the characters that they bring out. I have to give them credit for that.
All right, there we go.
That is dope, bro.
So that's the tour. Yeah, we have not really done that yet. That was the first time we've actually ever been able to do that because I never really had the phone. I never really thought about using the phone to walk around because this, the camera right here doesn't zoom in very far. I gotta tape this thing up better. That's pitiful. I got a tape on my microphone. You know what? It's good. It's good. Yeah, because that other mic keeps fucking up.
Oh.
So it keeps messing up. So I'm using this one here. But let me. So we got to get in. We got
Let's get into
sidetracked.
the Star.
We got to.
Yeah,
I got to show y'all this. This is mind
let's get
blowing.
Star Wars pop. Let's get it pop. Let's get it pop. Let's get it popping. I got about 15 minutes. Let's go. Let's get it pop.
God damn. All right, here we go.
Now, are there any story details in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely got it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be blown away. Here we go. All right, let me see. That don't really help, y'all. Here we go. All right. So he's talking about, and he's gonna get deeper into it. In fact, let me kind of skip over. I'd still be working on an episode. So this is where he's talking about why he sold it to Disney, why he's not doing the trilogy. We've been through a war together. There's no other way to describe it. It's intense. We got through that, had good times, had bad times, and the pressure and all the other stuff that goes through that blah 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 group of people. At the time, I was starting the next trilogy. I talked to the actors and I was starting to gear up. I was also about to have a daughter with my wife. It takes 10 years to make a trilogy. Episodes 1 through 3 took from 1995 to 2005. So the author that wrote this book, Paul Duncan. So if you started in 2012, you'd finish in 2022. George Lucas, I'd still be working on episode 9 in 2012 when I was 69. So the question was, am I going to keep doing this the rest of my life? Do I want to go through this again? Finally, I decided I'd rather raise my daughter and enjoy life for a while. I could have not sold Lucasfilm and gotten somebody to run the productions, but that isn't retiring. On Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, I tried to stay out of the way, but I couldn't. I was there every day, even though there was other people and friends of mine, they did great work. It wasn't the same as me doing it. It was like being once removed. I knew that I probably wouldn't work again, so that I'd be frustrated. I'm one of those micromanager guys, and I can't help it. So I figured I would forego that, enjoy what I had, and I was looking forward to raising my daughter. I also wanted to build a museum, which I always wanted to do. So I was thinking, if I don't do this now, I'll never get that done. I really want to see that museum, George. I've spent my life creating Star Wars 40 years, and giving it up was very, very painful. Very, very painful. Oh, excuse me. Very, very painful, he said. But it was the right thing to do. I thought I was going to have a little bit more to say about the next three because I'd already started them, but they decided they wanted to do something else. Things don't always work out the way you want it. Life is like that. Chosen one, George Lucas. When writing the movies, I tried to make sure that the aliens and droids got killed, but not people. A lot of stormtroopers died. That's right, but you still didn't know they were people. We did kill 3 humans. That was unfortunate. I was always bothered by it. Did kill 3 humans. It was unfortunate. I was always bothered by it. Focus.
So he didn't want any humans to really die in his movies. That's crazy.
Yeah, he said we killed 3 humans. Was unfortunate. He didn't consider the stormtroopers really human. On the Death Star, when Han and Luke go to the prison with Chewie to rescue Leia, they shoot 3 Imperial guys. The guards drew their guns and fired first, but it's still a shame. So he's saying that they drew and shot at Leia and them, but Leia and them killed these 3 guys, and that was it. Paul said, really? He said, yeah, we very consciously didn't kill very many humans in those movies. What about the stormtroopers? They look robotic, but they're not. How do you know what they are? George said. How do you know what they are? He said, did you have a different idea of what they were? George said, yeah.
Not until Finn took off his helmet.
George said, yeah, they started out as clones. Once all the clones were killed, the Empire picked up recruits like a militia. They fought, but they weren't very good at what they did. So the stormtroopers that we see in the original trilogy, those are just hired guns. Those are militia dudes that are just hired soldiers. All the stormtroopers we see before the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, those are all clones. So that's the difference. The stormtroopers you see in the first movies, why they couldn't shoot straight, why they sucked, because they weren't fucking clones. And George made that clear. He knew that back then. He said that's why they kept. He said that's why they kept missing, like why they couldn't shoot. Then after the Rebels won, there were no more stormtroopers in my version of the third trilogy.
Okay.
It wasn't gonna be no more stormtroopers, but I had planned for the first trilogy to be about the father, the second trilogy to be about the son, and the third trilogy to be about the daughter and the grandchildren, the daughter being Leia. Episodes 7, 8, and 9 would take ideas from what happened after the Iraq War. Okay, you fought the war, you killed everybody. Now what are you going to do? Rebuilding starts afterwards. It's harder to start a rebellion. It's harder than starting a rebellion or fighting the war, rebuilding. When you win the war and you disband the opposing army, what do? The stormtroopers would be like Saddam Hussein's Ba'athist fighters and joined ISIS and kept on fighting. The stormtroopers refused to give up when the Republic won. They want to be stormtroopers forever. They go to the far, far corner of the galaxy, start their own country and their own rebellion. There's a power vacuum, so gangsters. Yes, there's a power vacuum. So gangsters like the Huts are taking advantage of the situation, and there's chaos. The key person is Darth Maul, who had been resurrected in the Clone Wars cartoons. He brings all the gangs together. Paul Duncan says, was Darth Maul the main villain? George said, yeah, but he's very old, and we have two versions of him. One is with a set of cybernetic legs like a spider, like we saw in the Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
And then later on, his metal legs, and he was a little bit bigger, more of a superhero. We did all this in the animated series. It was a bunch of episodes. He was in a bunch of episodes. So he's talking about how the whole what happens to Darth Maul after the prequel trilogy is all in the Clone Wars cartoons and was going to continue. Now, in his trilogy, Darth Maul trained a girl, Darth Talon, who was in the comic books as his apprentice. Now, before we go any further, guys, I got to show you who he's talking about. So Darth Talon is this dope character that takes place way, way, way in the future. Okay, in Star Wars lore, and in that future, there's a comic book series about it, and there's a character named Cade. You might have heard of Cade. He's like a pirate, kind of dude, sort of thing. Here's Darth Talon. This is so dog. Dude, this was gonna be the big bad of the sequel trilogy of his trilogy. And here's the thing: Disney's all, oh, Star Wars is this patriarch. Dude, George planned on the main character being a female and the main villain being a female. So don't ever fucking try to tell me that Star Wars is fucking misogynist or any of that bullshit narrative that they're trying to push, because this was George Lucas's fucking idea. This was going to be his main villain, and the main character was going to be a character like Rey, who they turned into Rey. And a lot of what happened with George, with Luke being a hermit and all that, like George was going to get to that. But the thing was, in the sequel trilogy that Disney gave us, we just show up and Luke's just this fucking hermit.
Yeah.
In George's trilogy, we would have seen Luke rebuilding the Jedi Order. He would have had a whole crew of young Jedi. It would be later, maybe in the second movie, that the Jedi thing would burn down, and he would go. People would die. His students would get killed, and he would go and exile himself off on this island and hermitize himself. That was going to be part of what happened later in the movie. But it would have made sense. We would have been able to deal with that because we would have still seen him as the badass Luke that he was.
Yeah, yeah.
We would have got to see him doing shit, and so that's the difference. That's how Disney fucked.
But if you think about it, him hermetizing himself is the same thing that Yoda did.
Exactly. There was nothing.
But Yoda hermetized himself because he was hiding from the Empire. Remember that?
Yeah, he was hiding, but there was so much death and destruction. He was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And remember, his one of the Anakin killed all the younglings, so he felt that shit. So he's like, "Yo, this is crazy." You know what I mean? That order, what order 66?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, anytime there's massive deaths, a Jedi can feel it.
Yeah.
Because because remember when they blew up Princess Leia's homeworld, Obi-Wan felt it. Remember, he was like, "I just felt a great disturbance in the Force, like many voices, and then they were quiet, and all of a sudden that's their connection. They can feel that."
And here's the thing: Mace Windu, I believe personally, they didn't even die because they didn't feel it.
Yeah, I don't think Mace Windu died either. I don't think. I think that he, just like Darth Maul, like kind of dragged himself up, maybe from like where he landed and shit, and like kind of brought himself back to from in the alleys of Coruscant and shit. I would love to see what happens to him. But this is Darth Talon, and this is the character that we would have seen as the main villain. Here are actually, okay, so she's in a couple. They did a cover of Vader with her. So you can see she's this red Twi'lek with almost Darth Maulish type tattoos. Obviously, she's inspired heavily by Darth Maul. Darth Maul is her master, and she is his apprentice. She then becomes the well. Here's what you call it. Yeah, I would kill for a figure. I really hope they do it one day.
Yeah, that figure looks. I mean, what they have there in pictures look crazy.
Yeah, it's bananas, bro. It's really dope. But that's her. Hold on. So here's some comic. I'm trying to find some scenes of her in the comics. There's some comics with her in it. Um, but this is all in the comics with with Cade and shit. It's a dope. Like I said, man. There's so much more Star Wars outside of the movies. So
Yeah,
if
no,
you're a fan,
you're
bro,
right. Because remember they also had a Darth Maul video game that never got released.
yep.
It
He
actually
said,
it actually was it was like 90% done or something like that. I had read on IGN one day, and
yeah,
one of the guys had played it, and he said his personal opinion was, why didn't they just bring this out? Because he said he had a
yeah,
blast playing it. He said it was fun, and he
yeah,
said you got to play as Darth Maul, use the Force. He said it was like a side scroller almost, but in 3D. And
yeah,
he said it was like one of the best Star Wars games he had ever played. But he said he doesn't know why they canceled it. They
yeah,
just it
uh-huh,
was like they said it was, and he said it was pretty much done. They
yeah,
just didn't release it.
yeah.
Mm.
But he said if you can
The
get copies of it, they are out there.
yeah,
Let's see if you can get it and play it.
yeah. The apprentice Darth Talon, she would be the new Darth Vader,
Mm.
and was most of the. He said most of the action was with her. So these were the two main villains in the trilogy. Maul eventually becomes the godfather of crime in the universe because as the Empire falls, he takes over. Bruh, how
Mm.
fucking dope is that, dog? It's like Disney robbed us, yo. The
Yeah.
movies are about Leia. Sorry, he said the movies are about how Leia, I mean, who else is going to be the leader, right? Obviously, Star Wars has always pumped female characters as leads. And I mean, he's got a point. Like, was Han going to be the leader? No, obviously not. Obviously not Luke. He's doing his Jedi thing. So it's Leia. And she's trying to rebuild the Republic. So she's doing her, politician thing. He said they still have apparatus of the Republic, but they have to get it under control from the gangsters. That was the main story.
Mm.
So this whole story, this whole sequel trilogy was going to be all about the gangsters and the militias and the the stormtroopers, the warlords, and all that dope shit, man. And he said it starts
Scum
out a
and
few
villainy.
years, scum and villainy. He says starts out a few years after Return of the Jedi, and we establish pretty
Mm.
quickly that there's this underworld. He said there's these offshoot stormtroopers who started their own planets, and that Luke is trying to restart the Jedi. He puts out the word, so out of 100,000 Jedi, maybe 50 or 100 are left. The Jedi have to grow again from scratch. So Luke has to find 2 and 3-year-olds and train them.
Yeah.
It'll be 20 years before you have a new generation of Jedi. Right? It's still just Luke and these Padawans. All right. There's no this new There was 100,000 Jedi after Order 66. There was maybe 50 to 100. Um, by the end of the trilogy, Luke would have rebuilt much of the Jedi, and we would have the renewal of the New Republic with Leia, Senator Organa, becoming the Supreme Chancellor in charge of everything. So she ended up being the chosen one. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a patriarch. Star Wars is misogynist. Come on, bitch. Hope and faith. George Lucas. The midichlorians started the birth process in Anakin's mother. The wills communicated the command to the midichlorians, which
Mm.
activated the DNA. So the wills. So the original script that of his was not called Star Wars: A New Hope. It wasn't called Star Wars. It was called the something. I think the Legend of Star Killer as told from the Wills. And the Wills, Whills, were these little beings, these little microscopic beings that basically, you know, made up and ran the whole universe. And the Wills were the ones that were basically telling this story, the Star Wars trilogy story. That's
Mm.
where we were getting it
Now
from.
I've heard of them. I've heard of the Wills before. I think somebody was talking about it. There's a guy I work with. He said that when we watch Force Awakens, he said that Star Killer Base. You know how she was saying that, oh, none of that was canon. He was saying Star Killer Base was in one of the books. It was
Yeah.
actually, but it wasn't called Star Killer Base. It was something else. It was the same design and everything. And then he was talking about the Wills. Like, there's a lot that Kathleen Kennedy said wasn't canon or she didn't take from, but she put into these movies and just changed around. That
Well, she
sounds
didn't put him
familiar,
in.
bro. Like,
She didn't put him in. That was guys like Dave Filoni sneaking shit in that she said wasn't canon, but she didn't know no better because she don't know what the fuck she's doing.
wow, bro. Listen,
But the
fellas, I gotta
Wills,
break
yeah.
out, man. I'm
All
gonna
right,
jump
bro.
in the chat and I'm still in, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
jump in the chat and just go from the chat. But keep going.
yeah. So they germinated. He said that DNA that germinated the egg. That's why Anakin doesn't have a father. He was in a bizarre and metaphorical way touched by God. But in this case, they happen to be one-celled animals. The Wills are like these little one-cell creatures. Amoebas, like amoebas, basically, just made up of like energy, right? And that's what ended up becoming the Force in the original trilogy.
Says a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Will.
the original.
It's a will. There's a way.
Right, exactly. Willpower, all of that. And hold on, what's good? The goat. What up? Welcome to
What up, people?
What up? What was happening, man?
Not much, man. Just coming in right here because we are, of course, reading the tragedy of what could have been.
Yeah,
So I
man.
remember seeing this years ago, and I was like, well, what can you do? That's why you gotta create your own stuff.
Hey, that's what's up. That's right.
Yeah.
Create that shit. But the so he said, so and that's why you have in the Acolyte the witches, the twins being born, immaculate conception. They don't even know why that Anakin did that, and it just it takes away from Anakin's special. He's supposed to be the chosen to bring balance to the Force. He's the only one that's supposed to have been born that way. So it kind of took away from that. That's why a lot of people it turned them off, because George Lucas set all this up, you see, as almost like a miracle.
Yeah.
And then so Paul said it reminds me of Perseus and Hercules and other heroes of mythology who have their powers from the gods, usually because Zeus fathered them. Zeus is an absent father. The theme of fatherhood, or lack of it, runs through the saga. Qui-Gon doesn't quite become a father figure for Anakin, I don't think, but he's certainly somebody who's authority who he then loses. Then Obi-Wan becomes a father figure, and later Palpatine. The theme continues with Luke, even Jango Fett, and the Kaminoans. All are making all these clones of him, yet he asks for one to be unaltered so that he can raise him as a father. Jango Fett and Boba Fett. George Lucas said, Jango was a father to thousands, but he wanted a son that was not altered to be obedient. He wanted him to be his own personality and his ability to be self-sufficient. So basically, he wanted a clone of himself, a copy of himself that he could control and sort of perfect. So he's a deep motherfucker. Not just a mindless, silent dude, but definitely not a goofball like they made him in the show. I digress. Paul Duncan, do the other characters, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Palpatine, have that fatherly feeling also? George Lucas, I think so. I think ultimately they want to mentor someone, to pass on their knowledge and training to someone. God damn it. That spot of water is killing me right there. That shit. Nerds be wilding about they shit. All right. He said, training to someone else, that's part of fatherhood. He said, I don't know whether you call it fathering, but it comes very close. Mentor and father are pretty much the same issue. Palpatine acts in a fatherly fashion, Paul said. Lucas said he's acting as a father, but he's trying to do it. But what he's trying to do is recruit Anakin to be his trainee, his apprentice. And he's doing that because he knows that he has a high midichlorian count. So he could be a powerful Sith Lord, even more powerful than he is, than Palpatine. It's like he's trying to build a better spaceship or a better gun, than it is that he's a father, right? He's more like building a weapon. He sees him as a weapon for the dark side, Paul Duncan. So he's a false father wanting to control him. Obi-Wan becomes more of an elder brother. Lucas says he's like a reluctant elder brother saying, "You're not leaving him with me. I don't want to babysit anymore. I want to go out and do something good." Paul says, almost like a Han Solo. Lucas says, except Obi-Wan has character and takes responsibility. Han Solo would have just left him out in the desert planet somewhere. That's cold, Han. Paul said, when I first saw the films, I undervalued Obi-Wan because I followed Anakin's story, but Obi-Wan became more important to me the more I watched the movies. George said he changed the course of history because he hadn't done battle with Anakin. Anakin would have become very powerful and would probably have gone on to be the emperor of the universe. Paul said at their end of their duel, Obi-Wan is so personally attached to Anakin that he couldn't kill him. He just couldn't bear to see him die. George Lucas said he's human. The Jedi are not superheroes. They're regular people like the rest of us. We all have midichlorians. We all have the Force within us. We can all do what the Jedi can do, but we're not trained. Rey, Disney, do you see what he just fucking said? Yeah, she might be powerful, but she's not trained. No idea how to use that shit. And the secret is training. The secret is training. So for all you shills out there, okay, pay attention. You need somebody to train because you need somebody to train you because it won't come by its own. You don't say, "Oh, gee, I think I can see the future now." Or "Oh, gee, I can move that telekinetically." No, you have to be trained to do it. It's a fallacy that you can get something for nothing. He's talking about Rey in the Disney version. If you have talent and you work, if you have talent and you work hard, then you'll achieve something. But if you have talent and you don't work hard, you won't. It's real simple, man. It's real simple, guys. I mean, the landing platform scene when Obi-Wan says how proud he is of Anakin echoes the scene in Return of the Jedi, which also is on a landing platform where Luke says, "Well, I know there is good in you." He has faith in his father. He knows there's good in him. George Lucas said there's a strain of faith running through the whole thing. When you're in this position as a mentor, whether you're an actual father or not, this person is your charge, but you have no control over how they're going to use that knowledge. Duncan said there is faith and there is hope, and charity that whole hold on. There is faith and hope and charity in that whole exchange. George Lucas said, nothing is set in stone, especially with the next generation. You hope they'll turn out okay. You hope they do the right things. You hope you raise them right and all that stuff, but there is no guarantee of anything. You never know what's going to happen. That's the challenge and that's the drama, which has gone through history. It's all about what are they going to turn into. Paul said, even if you don't know what's going to turn out, you still carry on mentoring because you have to live with hope. George said, hope and faith. I have faith that this is going to turn out right. I hope it's going to turn out all right. But either way, it's the same. But yeah, man, I mean, just knowing that there was going to be this amazing movie, this amazing trilogy with Darth Maul as this warlord gangster over the whole universe, and his fucking Darth Talon is sort of the Vader and he's the Emperor, and man, that would have been amazing, yo. And trust me, the comics are dope. Like the Cade comics, the comics that Talon is from. Yeah, trust me, like that shit is amazing, bro. It would have been better than anything that Disney has done, not even close. Mara Jade, the Solo twins, Jason Solo, who becomes Darth Cadus, and Darth Cadus. I mean,
these are the things that we wanted to see, especially when we first heard of them back in the day, like as far back as early 90s, early mid 90s. This is what we wanted. This is what we like built up our palate for. Like how you like, hey, looking forward to go to McDonald's for the Big Mac or KFC for the honey barbecue wings, and you got there and they like, we don't know like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah, man. Oh
But
shit.
they're not learning their lessons, so it's doomed to fail the path they're on. So hopefully, Lucas can buy it back for pennies on the dollar at some point.
Yeah.
And really,
I wouldn't hold your breath for that.
No, I mean, after 2015, I stopped holding my breath because episode 7, if you want to call it that, was just beyond trash, and it was hyped up so hard because you was looking at the previews and you was thinking it was going to be something more, and then of course when I found out my boy John Boyega was going to be in it, and that was my boy Moses from Attack the Block. If nobody's seen that, that's a classic.
That
I was like, Moses about to be in Star Wars? What? You know what I'm saying? I'm hyped. Like, yeah, let's get it, man. Let's get it. Man, I saw that. I was like, really?
Yeah, I knew it was a wrap when they started using fucking lens flashes and Star Trek effects. I was like, man, fuck this. Excuse my language. I was like, yeah, it's a wrap for Star Wars because I didn't like J.J. Abrams' style. I only like his style for Star Trek. He's good.
I like the Star Trek movies.
Star Trek was fire. Star Trek was fire, but for Star Wars, no. And you said it the right way, Raw Talk. You couldn't have said it any other way, and your name Raw Talk, so you had to say it like that. That's real. You feel me? So
because I was like, man, this is ridiculous. I'm literally like angry. Like, yeah, what the hell is this? What's going on here? What? Phasma?
No.
I'm like, hold on here. Everybody's looking like a Sith Lord that's not a Sith Lord.
Right.
And I'm like, this don't make no sense, man.
Like it's just a fashion now. Like all y'all trying to look like y'all some G's, but y'all ain't Siths.
Exactly.
Y'all are stormtroopers. It was, I don't know it.
Yeah, it was like they used and you knew what was going down because they used all like the females were the main thing of the whole shit, and all the fellas in it was just running through action sequences doing dumb stuff. It was just like it was not good. It was not good.
My thing is about it is like you can write a great story with a woman lead because that's what a lot of these fake fans are talking about, as far as they don't like it because women are in it. Women have been Princess Leia was written perfectly throughout the entire series. She wasn't no damsel in distress. Exactly. Princess Leia was her own woman from beginning to freaking end. So don't sit up there and think like, they're mad because it's women in it. No, that ain't why we mad. It's horrible because it's trash. There is this saying, this phrase called Mary Sue's, and they created a lot of Mary Sue's, in Star Wars. And Mary Sue is from freaking Star Trek. So, they made a lot of freaking Mary Sue's in Star Wars, and it shouldn't have been that way. Now, I would have loved, like Rey, I was looking forward to seeing Rey's character. It had been done, but they
I forgot.
They just screwed it. They screwed it up.
Yeah,
bro. They George was also talking about he had this character, this female character that's the daughter or the granddaughter. The daughter of Leia, and she was gonna be this character that they ended up making into Rey, but the way he wrote her was dope.
I believe it.
If I could find it.
It's like they found a way. They took bits and pieces of his ideas and turned it into crap. And then there are other ideas that they took, of course, obviously from, like as far as like like most of the shows, like everything pretty much before the Acolyte. I haven't seen the Acolyte yet, so I can't base my opinions off of what's going on with the Acolyte because I haven't seen the episode yet. Everything I've seen beforehand, from the Mandalorian, to Rebels, and and of course Ahsoka, saying all of that stuff leading up to that point, saying has been what we've been wanting to go the direction of, everything post Return of the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? As far as all that go. But then, of course, when they created the 7, 8, and 9, they made with, Kylo Ren, the little emo boy being Solo, it was like, man, like, no, this ain't what we wanting, and this ain't who we've been waiting for. We was waiting on the twins. We was waiting on Mara Jade and Luke. You know what I'm saying? We was waiting on all those amazing stories that was around before Disney, put their money in the place, before Money Mouse took over Star Wars. And so it's just like, man, this ain't it. Like, y'all wanted to be so different. Like, y'all wanted to cut those people out who made those great stories, after Jedi up to that point, and say like, we're not going to use those stories because they're too good, and we have to pay and stuff. So no, we're going to make up our own stuff. So like, so like, man,
yeah. Oh, shit. Twisted by the dark side, young
Mickey Mouse is the emperor, bro.
Boy, you trained.
Right, the evil
is consumed by Darth Vader.
Damn.
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become. Boy, you trained. Gone is he. Consumed by Darth Vader.
Wow.
It's a wild trip out here, though, man. I wish Johnny Quest Gaming could be here because he's at work right now. Johnny Quest Gaming, he is the most Star Wars dude that I know. Like, outside of y'all cats, Johnny Quest Gaming, he lives and breathes it, and so it's been it's been a hard decade. Outside of the Mandalorian, because the Mandalorian was basically the lifeline we needed, a Mandalorian and Ahsoka, all that stuff. But outside of those two, because they needed the Mandalorian because they knew they were dying. They was dying with those with 7, 8, and 9 because it wasn't what they thought it was going to be, and it wasn't because we didn't want to see nothing. First and foremost, episode 7 was basically a horrible rehash of A New Hope.
Yeah, it was. Which I wasn't mad at it first until I saw how bad they handled the second two, and then it made the first one like a waste.
All right.
But the idea of a stormtrooper becoming a Jedi, that would have been amazing.
That would have been cool.
I really thought that Finn was supposed to be the main dude. They kept pumping it like that, and then by the third movie, he was barely there. He's just there to scream Rey's name.
And that's all he got regulated to. Right. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was mostly his script.
He
said Darth Vader. Right here, this scene right here, George said Darth Vader kills the Separatist as instructed by his new master to end the Clone War. Here we can see his eyes have turned yellow, showing that he is drawing upon the dark side of the Force.
Yeah.
Y'all have noticed they call them Sith eyes.
Mm-hmm.
All Sith have yellow eyes. Something that people making the Acolyte don't even know.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't even fucking know about it. That's the sad part. They purposely hired people that didn't know about Star Wars, thinking that would give them some fresh take, which, I get it. I get the idea. And Tony Gilroy is a perfect example. We got Andor out of Tony Gilroy, not a Star Wars fan, doesn't really even like it. Made fucking Andor. So, it doesn't matter. If you got talent, he should be. Hell yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people had an issue with it, but those are people that just want to see lightsabers and the Force and all that, but they forget Star Wars has 3 main categories. You got the Force, the mystical shit, the lightsabers and all that, the fantasy aspect. Then you have the gangsters and the bounty hunters and the scoundrels and that whole aspect, the underworld. And then you have, the politics, the empire, the senators and all of that shit. So it's 3 main shits, and you can have a movie or a show about any one of them categories.
And that's what made Andor freaking incredible. And that's what made, because before Rogue One, you know, of course, obviously, we heard the story. You know, saying if you know Star Wars, if you've been around Star Wars, you know, that was the first, that was one of the first things they said in A New Hope. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it took a lot to get this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was looked over because you know that was it. But when we finally saw what it took to get that in Rogue One, that was freaking phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? That was a freaking phenomenal story that we didn't know we needed that bad. And when we got it, it was like, yo, that's up. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's an example that Disney of showing that Disney could have done this right. And by doing something like Rogue One, that shows that they know how to go back. See, Rogue One was great because it was based on some shit we heard about in the original trilogy, which is all what the prequels are. All of Star Wars is just shit you heard about mentioned in the first fucking movies. And that's basically all it is.
Clone Wars. I mean, they did almost 20 years of the damn Clone Wars.
That's it, you know? So, I mean, Disney could have easily kept it within, you know, by doing shit like Rogue One and all that. They did Rogue One. Great. You know, in my opinion, it's maybe my third favorite of all of the Star Wars movies. So it's way up there for me. And then they did Solo, which for me is one of my least favorite, one of the worst. Only because I don't like how the actor portrayed Han Solo. I don't think he's anything like Harrison Ford. It was just, I don't know why they cast him or why he played it that way.
Right.
But the movie itself wasn't so bad. I kind of dug it. And if they would have kept pumping out movies like that, I would have been all in. But after the bombing of Solo, they fucking said, oh, no more spin-offs, no more one-offs, no more legacy character movies. And that's where they fucked up. Nobody wants to see this upcoming Rey movie, man.
Nobody.
I mean, I don't understand why they insist on this fucking garbage, dog. All you had to do was keep making shit like Rogue One. Even Solo would have been great if you just, you know, pay attention and cast it right. But you could have done it on the next one, would have been great. I know it.
You need to search your feelings. You know it to be true.
So yes, and if you remember,
is a bitch.
So when George says that in his sequel trilogy, it would have been like the aftermath of the Iraq War with the militias and the
all the
warlords and shit,
and generals, and all going about doing their thing, which of course is what's going to happen when the overhead breaks off. I mean, you know, they say kill the head, the body will fall, but it ain't always necessarily the case. That just mean, hey, they about to go set up their own stuff.
Yeah. He said it would have been like after the Iraq War. Okay, you fought the war, you killed everybody. What now are you going to do? Rebuilding. He said stormtroopers would be like Saddam's Ba'athist fighters that joined ISIS and kept fighting. Stormtroopers refused to give up to the Republic. Stormtroopers started their own rebellions in the corners of the galaxy, started up their own planets, their own countries and shit, and all of that, and all of that rebellion.
But isn't that what Mandalorian is?
So that's exactly what I was about to say. That's my point. So Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau with George Lucas sitting there with them on the set created Mandalorian. And they did this. That's why you had General Moff Gideon with fucking Carla.
That's why it's so good because Filoni and my boy, they knew they knew the story. They loved it, so especially Dave Filoni.
They love the shit.
You know, that's the dude. I mean, he is by all intents and purposes the heir. He is the heir to the empire. He is.
I mean, he's definitely one of his apprentices. I will say that. Most definitely one of his Padawans. You know, and that's why he was able to churn out, you know, some dope shit because it linked to all the shit that we know and love. I mean, originally they pitched Mandalorian as the Boba Fett show, but Disney did not want to risk a big character like Boba Fett on something they hadn't done before, which is a live action show. And so they said, you can do the show, but it can't be Boba Fett. You got to make up your own character. So they made it the Mandalorian. So that was a huge success. Obviously, it was crazy, went nuts. So then they're like, okay, now we can do the Boba Fett show.
Yeah, Boba Fett.
Man, I was so excited for that, dog. And look what we got. You know, ended up being garbage. But
Hey, that show ended up becoming Boba Fett and Friends because you was excited to see everybody else outside of Boba Fett.
And they needed Mandalorians to try to anchor some part of it.
Yeah, they brought Mandalorian, but if you watch the Mandalorian, it's George's fucking trilogy. That Mandalorian would have been fine in a world where George's trilogy happened, right? That show still would have fit. It still could have been played just the same way as it is, and it would have made more sense. Imagine how much more meaning it would have if George's trilogy had had came out this way.
Yeah, because that's what it feels like.
Would be going on.
Because Luke Skywalker in the Mandalorian, that's the Luke Skywalker that we grew up knowing of post Jedi. That's Luke Skywalker. I don't know who that old dude was drinking on the thing.
Sucking on walrus titties.
That was not it.
Alien cow titties.
He out there daggone cosplaying as Homelander. You know what I'm saying?
And then he tosses his damn lightsaber like it was a piece of trash. Like,
come on, man.
Right. Ain't no Luke Skywalker that down bad. Like it's no way because y'all
Mark Hamill protested the fuck out of it. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't want it to go that way.
And they shut him down real quick because they was like, well, listen here, Marco. If you want to, make any other appearances with Luke Skywalker, then you're gonna have to fall in line or die. Like he had to fall in line. Like you're gonna do the shit. You had to fall in line. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't mad because he was like, hey, like this has basically been his life, and he's like he had to fall in line, but he managed to get out his true feelings, as you said, Raw. He had to search his true feelings, and he got out his true feelings while he could until he had to bag out because it was like he was either this or you just gonna have to daggone go somewhere and pretend to be the Joker forever because we're gonna take that loot bag from you.
Yeah.
Look at that real actual script on the movie.
See, it's stuff.
Be a Jedi, Padme. I mean, this is, I think, a deleted scene.
Yeah,
you're not very good at hiding your feelings.
Stuff like this hurts. It's like seeing pictures of Dorothy Dandridge. Like it's like, dang, she's
becoming moody and detached. Been put in a difficult position as the Chancellor's representative. But I think it's more than that. I was hoping he may have talked to you. Man,
that's crazy.
It when I think about what could have been, should have been with George's sequel trilogy, it really does piss me off more than make me happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to be happy about when it's something that didn't come true. Like if you could have saw all this after the movies was made, then you be like, oh man, look at this. You see the comments of this great movie, saying? Just like how you see any other good movie, seeing the art and the script and all that type of stuff. But this is stuff of what ain't gonna happen, or at least what could have happened. Like, just think like this, honestly, like 789 should have, by all intents and purposes, came out in the 90s. Like I'm glad that we still got the prequels 1, 2, and 3, but 7, 8, and 9 should have came out in the 90s and 2000s. Especially when Harrison and Mark and Carrie was still a little younger, and we could have got all them together in the movie, not being pushed to the limit of age. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like that's when they should have came out 7, 8, and 9, because
George actually planned for Han to be killed by his son in his trilogy.
And see, I wouldn't mind that as long as it wasn't Kylo Ren, because Kylo Ren,
right?
It would have been.
That's not Jason Solo,
right? You know what I'm saying? So that's it's like, okay. I mean, it's like.
Luke becoming a hermit even would have been fine with me if I had gotten to see him at least be, go up to his, legend status, building, being a damn near a god. That's how dope. Y'all don't understand the shit. The feats he pulls off in the books and shit is insane.
Yeah. Luke was freaking, man. I already know.
I think
super
even
powerful.
These last 3 movies, 7, 8, and 9, right? They all would have been good if George would have done it. That's all I gotta say. Because You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Even if he went all the routes he went with that movie, it would have been done with taste. It would have been done with
Yeah.
skill.
It
It
would have
would have
made
been done
sense.
with meaning.
That
Right.
goes without saying. I mean,
Would have
what
made it
would
make
it
sense.
have been George? Would it have been George, or even if Dave Filoni had a wrote them? You know what I'm saying? Anybody, who rocks with the Star Wars lore, and of course had access to what George had put on the plate. You know what I'm saying?
Check it out, y'all.
Amazing.
Check it out. Check it out, y'all.
12602.
Wookiee Jedi.
So there is a Wookiee Jedi.
They had plans. They had plans.
Come on, man, and they just stole them and then
Look
got
how
the
dope he would've
motherfucker
been.
killed in the third episode.
No, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing but
all
die.
he did was repair and cook.
Or he just got killed. He just roared and then died. Got and we didn't even get to see him die. This dude right here, look at his lightsabers, unique
He got
shit.
killed by a dude that should have played in Snake Eyes movie.
Oh, look at the Wolverine lightsabers, yo.
See, look at that, man.
And that's Plo Koon, or at least one of Plo Koon's species. And I
like
really dig that. Yeah, I love that species. That's a really dope design. I really love Plo Koon, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I got a Plo Koon figure and shit.
Yeah, he's definitely dope.
Yeah. There goes a version of C3PO.
Wow, he would have made it a girl.
Yeah. Early
version.
Or at least there would be girls there. It's not. What's this? That's just a droid. So not C3PO, but a. Wait, what the fuck? Oh.
BD 3000 droid. Okay.
Yeah, something else. But I fucking love concept art. I love concept art. Love it, love it, love it. And this book is full of it. And the paintings are crazy. They did these for the movies, yo. These are like damn near storyboard paintings and shit.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Artists do these for the movie.
Hell yeah.
They knew it was gonna be epic, and is like,
bro, look at that
battle,
man. Yo, fuck out of here. Oh, check it out.
Chopped off his leg. My legs.
And who is that cat? That cat is dope. Who is that? I guess that's Anakin. I guess that's supposed to be Anakin, and that's supposed to be Obi-Wan. And that's Grievous. We never got to see Grievous on the ceiling, though. I don't think. No. I don't recall that. Yeah, I don't recall that happening. I'm pretty sure I've seen these movies enough time. I would have remembered that. But Grievous is a dope character too. Grievous got a backstory. Grievous used to be a being, like a full fleshed out humanoid being. And he was a dope ass bounty hunter and shit. He did all kinds of shit.
What could have been, man.
This is all the sequel. This is all prequel shit. This book is actually about episodes 1 through 3. It's just that we happen to get that dope interview in the back where he actually lays out how his sequel trilogy would have been, and the fact that he thought he was going to have more involvement in Star Wars when he sold it to Disney. He thought they were going to at least consult with him, at least listen to him.
Because I mean, why wouldn't they listen to him? He's
it's a gold mine.
We get Star Wars, but they were like, we got the property now, so we can do what we want now. So we don't need you,
right? And that's ridiculous. I think he's laughing because he knows that they can't do it without him. Like, no, they're not. We're not going to accept nothing they do. And that's the thing. Like, if George makes all these decisions, it's like we accept it because we know he's the one that created it. So if he changes it, it makes sense. If somebody else comes in and tries to make big changes like that, it's hard to accept.
Yeah, I mean that just goes without saying. It's not like it's like Marvel and DC and stuff. As far as that is, I mean, obviously there are no creators involved because none of the characters belong to the creators. So. But with George Lucas, he built this from the ground up. Like he was the head dude who was overseeing this for over 30 years before Disney. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, I mean, if y'all want it to last another 30 years, you know what I'm saying, y'all should at least heed the guy who created it while he's still here and breathing, you know what I'm saying, to give you the ideas and in the the Bible of it all. But instead, y'all just said, you know what, we're gonna do our own thing, and so you're gonna, appreciate this as it is. Like, no, I ain't gotta appreciate none of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna make it good, I'm not gonna appreciate it just because you slapped the word Star Wars on it.
Right.
That's not gonna work.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
These are some of the early versions of Grievous. Wait,
That's fire.
Man,
that's an early idea for Grievous right there.
that looks hard.
Yeah. This was another idea for Grievous. This was another one. This ended up being in Clone Wars.
Yeah,
as
the
one of these
soldiers.
like Grievous soldiers. Yeah. Let's see if that was. Yeah, that was supposed to be Grievous. That was an original design for Grievous. They ended up keeping it. They liked it so much they used these for the soldiers, because obviously, they ended up going with that design, and they got technical with the.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm getting ready to pull us up out of here. It's been real as always. Reno, Raw Talk. Everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all, man, for having me up here, man.
No doubt.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Indeed.
Stay blessed up.
Always welcome.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
All right, peace. One.
Yeah, man, those set photos, and that looks crazy.
Man, I would love to have seen more of Anakin as this before he became Vader, doing shit.
Yeah, right? Wow. Crazy.
2002, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got real close to the artwork on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did really good. I mean, a lot of hate for the sequel, for the prequels, and when they came out, a lot of people disliked them, especially the first one, Jar Jar Binks, and the kid that played Anakin. Honestly, I don't know why he was cast or how he was directed. George, I'm not sure what you were thinking there. That kid was not acting. I don't even know what that was. That was the worst shit I ever seen. It made it really hard to watch, dude. The kid that plays Anakin in the first movie, it's so hard to watch, bro. He's very bad. Very, very bad.
I mean, he's a kid. I took.
No, I'm not. Nope, I'm not giving him that, bro. There's good ass actors, bro. There's kids that are fucking good ass actors, dog. I'm not giving them that, dog. There is good ass kid. There's kids that can act their asses off, bro, and they deserve that part, bro. That shit was hard to watch, honestly. So, but my point is that now we're getting, a lot more people are showing appreciation for the prequels. A lot more people are admitting that they're good, understanding that they're good. And that's the thing. You have to understand what George was doing with the prequels to really appreciate them. It wasn't just supposed to be, another Star Wars movie. And it wasn't just all about Star Wars, star fights and sci-fi. He was adding in elements of medieval fantasy and fucking Japanese samurai and all kinds of shit, all sorts of elements. American movie like cliffhangers and fucking, different kind of serial shorts that they used to do when he was a kid, and comic strips and all of that shit. And like the scene where Anakin and Padme are rolling around in the flowers and shit, and everyone's like, "Oh, this scene is whack. Why do you put this in here?" Da, da, da. He was hearkening back to like Lancelot and Guinevere in King Arthur stories, and like a movie at that time with from that era when he was a kid. They did movies like that. So if you understand what he was doing, it's brilliant, dog. And then you're like, "Oh shit, that shit was amazing, dog." And it's just a real tragedy that in my opinion, that we didn't get to see how he was going to end it. It's just sad he did, he had to sell it and do what he had to do. But it's even sadder that the people that bought it from him basically bamboozled him. They fucking told him that he was gonna, that they were gonna use his idea and keep, his shit, his legacy and da da da, and that he would, have some say so. But
Well,
they ended.
if you think about it, they did use his ideas, but not in the way he intended.
Yeah, they were.
So
Yeah, they didn't use his
truth.
script. They bastardized and twisted some of his ideas, used some parts of it. But I mean, come on, dog. That shit with Snoke and Palpatine. I mean, none of that shit made sense, and none of that was part of his. Kathleen Kennedy was all about doing something new and not going back to the legacy characters, and all they did was rehash the first trilogy.
Yeah,
we already saw that. We already saw an evil Sith Lord and his apprentice and da 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 da. We already saw that. George Lucas wasn't going to do that again in the sequel. He just told you he was going to do, gangsters and militias and warlords and all of that political shit, and it was going to be amazing. Fucking Jedis and shit. Like, they ended up just rehashing the same stories again, rebooting it basically. And that's the sad part, because they want to act like they did something so original when all they did was reboot his original shit. And they took some of the aspects of what he outlined in his script, because he gave them his script, the one he describes here in this book. They have all 3 scripts for those movies. So they plucked some ideas and twisted the ideas that they did take out, put them in the wrong context. But they did use, in my opinion, they pilfered and fucking poached and stole some of his shit, because while he did give it to them, the way they used it was crooked, dog.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But yeah, y'all definitely will love this book if you are into Star Wars. I mean, I haven't even cracked the surface. All that we just sort of looked through, that's just Revenge of the Sith. These are the first 2 of the trilogy right here we haven't even looked at. That's just the last movie. So now there's all this other shit to look through. So y'all go check that out. Oh wow, look at that. Where is he at? I think I seen a concept of Maul. That's just yeah.
It's crazy. Damn.
Super dope.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm about to call it
Yeah, man, we about to wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, like I said, go check it out. Star Wars Archives episodes 1, 2, and 3. We checked out Torch and Gnawgahyde. They were dope. Oh, I didn't even show y'all the joints. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, my comp about to drain battery out. Now I had this computer blazing all day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I put them comics at, but anyway, we'll check them out on Saturday, on Wednesday rather. So check us out, guys. Wednesday, y'all already know what it is. Wednesday and Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Please leave a like, leave a comment, do that stuff that helps the algorithm pump our channel. Yes, sir. All of that good stuff. And we'll see you guys, man. Wednesday. Have a rest of your weekend. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.